Like if you're landing east, and then if you're landing west, right, would you have to like slow down or speed up due to Earth's motion?
No.
No?
Nope.
So
Earth's motion has nothing to do with it.
So we don't compensate for the curvature whenever we're landing,
We don't do anything.
and then we don't do anything when it comes to the motion of Earth.
Curvature is
So Earth has to be a level stationary plane, right?
fairly relative to us, yes.
Okay, cool.
But I noticed, like, not until like the descent when you were going down or whatever did you kind of tilt the nose, right? So you normally, typically, you just fly flat. Okay. So at that speed, how come you're not having to like adjust for the curvature of the Earth? Could it be possibly flat? Thanks, man.
Wait, but you really believe the Earth's flat?
Yes.
I want to know, like, definitively why you believe that.
Why the Earth is flat is because, Bradley, you've never in your life seen a picture of Mars, Jupiter, Pluto that's not computer generated. Look at Operation Fishbowl Dominic. Dominic in Latin means of the Lord, fishbowl of the Lord. They shot rockets to try and crack the firmament. That's why when you go scroll out with Google Earth, which all the photos were taken by Google plane, not a satellite.
Why would satellites just be fake?
Go on Google, search up satellites and scroll. Tell me how many of those photos are computer generated fakes.
Yeah, I guess maybe they'd be fake.
Now, if you look at the ones that are real, it's the ISS. They've been caught with harnesses, wires, green screen, chroma keys, blue screens. They've been caught faking space. How can you have a pressurized system like Earth in the vacuum of space? It's a logical fallacy. And you're going to say gravity? Gravity is just a theory. It's a math model. The foam is denser than the medium that surrounds it, which is air. If it was lighter, it would float. It would be more buoyant. Are you telling me a helium balloon is the only element that defies gravity? A f***ing balloon? A little Pikachu balloon is beating gravity that's holding f***ing big Bradley and skyscrapers to the f***ing ground? A helium balloon's beating it? No, it's more buoyant.
You believe the Earth is flat?
I know the Earth is flat.
Seriously?
Astrology and flat Earth or true Earth are symbiotic. You cannot have one without the other. If you have a ball and you are spinning, flying through space, chasing this fireball, your constellations would change every now and then. And our constellations have never changed. The stars have never changed. We have the same 12 zodiac signs that we had back in the Dendera stones in Egypt over 5,000 years ago. We're not moving. Every single ancient society knew this. The Mayans, the Aztecs, the Hindus, the Egyptians, every single ancient culture knew that we live in a geocentric universe, not a heliocentric where we are spinning, chasing this ball of fire while all of these other planets are rotating around us, while all of these other stars are rotating around us. If that was the case, Polaris would move, number one, which is the North Star, and it doesn't. Number two, all the constellations would not rotate solely around Polaris, but they do. Therefore, we are the center of the universe.
To be the firmament inside the torus egg, okay? The sky that runs across, okay? So it's almost like a dome, okay? So we're sealed off from these realms above. And I'll explain all that in a second, right? So when we're looking at it from underneath, when we're sat on the earth, we're seeing all the constellations revolving above us, okay? So pretty straightforward, really. So that's the firmament, okay? So this firmament, on its axis, right, is revolving, okay? There's motion, everything is moving above us, but the terra firma we're standing on is obviously not moving, okay? So this axis is revolving, it's turning the firmament of all the stars and the constellations and everything else. In turn, it's also affecting the motions of these toroidal fields that are spinning around us, like we discussed earlier on. Those toroidal fields are also carrying the suns and moons around, which is causing our days and nights and seasons and times, okay? And that in turn, that motion is also creating our weather, our winds, our currents, flows, airstreams, everything else. So it's one big system working together. It's a network starting from the cosmic vortex.
Wait till you hear what Mr. Beast just said about Antarctica and the ice wall on Aiden Ross's live stream. I want you to pay attention to his body language as well, guys.
Wait, have you ever been to Antarctica? Yeah. You believe in the ice wall?
Yeah, I saw the ice wall.
Huh.
Yeah, you saw it too.
I can't say on stream.
No way, but
We'll talk about it later. Yeah. Let's just say you always need someone with you when you're in Antarctica.
see how he tightened up and got all nervous and then went on to say that he can't talk about what he saw on live stream. Now, why is that? Don't you find it interesting that for the first time in recorded history, every single nation in the world came together, put aside their differences, and agreed upon one thing? They agreed that Antarctica would mark the only global treaty that's ever been done. A place of peace, where there's no borders, just mystery. And if you try to go independently explore Antarctica, you'll be met with military. So what is it that they're hiding? What's interesting about this is when we look at old maps, they always depict more lands beyond Antarctica. Antarctica is not what you've been told. It's a 360-degree ice wall that encompasses our stationary Earth. It contains the oceans. Because water needs a container, it is an ice wall, just like they mentioned in the stream. And this is what that ice wall looks like. And many people, just like myself and Mr. Beast, obviously know that there are lands beyond. That's why there's a treaty here. They don't want us discovering it. They want us staying in this literal matrix here they trap us in. This is the United Nations logo. This is a flat Earth map with Antarctica around us, encompassing our stationary Earth. There's also 33 individual sections to this logo, guys, marking 33 degrees of Freemasonry. The United Nations are full of 33rd-degree Freemasons, all deceiving humanity, and they put it right in your face. You don't get to the level of fame that Mr. Beast does unless you're, with them. And I'll leave you guys with this. This is a map that hangs inside of the United Nations headquarters. Have a look at this, guys. Have a look at the lands beyond. The truth is always in plain sight.
This changes everything that we thought we knew or were told by the education system and the establishment. And if they're hiding this, this changes everything.
In 2016, a group of independent researchers gathered at a salt flat in Bolivia, one of the flattest surfaces on Earth. Their mission, to test something that's rarely questioned, but absolutely foundational. How far can you see before the curve takes it all away? According to the globe model, Earth curves at 8 inches per mile squared. That means objects should disappear from view beyond a certain distance, hidden by the curve. So they set out with lasers, high zoom cameras, and infrared tech. Their goal wasn't to prove anything, just to measure how far light and sight could travel in open, uninterrupted space. They placed a laser just 3 feet above the surface. According to globe math, it should have been invisible beyond 6 miles, but the beam remained visible at 10 miles, then 15, then over 20. No curvature blocked it. Next, they filmed distant buildings, boats, and islands across large lakes, sometimes 30, 40, even 100 miles away. According to the globe model, these objects should have been hidden behind hundreds of feet of Earth's curve, but the entire structure, base to top, remained visible. No atmospheric bending, no magic refraction, just direct line of sight. And then came the most damning test of all. 2 flags were set up miles apart on a frozen lake, with a third person holding a camera at the same height in the middle. If Earth was curved, the middle flag should have appeared higher due to the curve, but all 3 lined up perfectly, dead flat.
Perhaps I forgot to take my meds, but doesn't this Falcon 9 that was launched just the other day look exactly like water trails coming from a boat? Now how could that be if the rocket is supposedly going up into the void of outer space? People are like, oh, you know, it's the ice and the fractals and all of this fume coming from the rocket and all of these mental gymnastics. But not only does it literally look like it's scraping on the waters above that the Bible speaks of, but it's following an arched trajectory. Every single rocket that has ever been launched in the history of humankind has always followed an arched trajectory. What could it possibly be avoiding? I mean, honestly, if you were SpaceX, wouldn't you just shoot that baby way up into the void of outer space and see how far it could possibly go? But this doesn't happen. Every single rocket goes up and then goes back down, probably goes into the ocean, because we've seen those videos of SpaceX's rockets doing these like weird little tricks and then landing. And then if you break down the video, you can see that it's CGI. I'm not saying rockets are fake, they're obviously real, but they're not going into outer space. Perhaps Elon is trying to breach the firmament. And the funny thing is, this is Hebrew cosmology. Hebrew. That's a very familiar word, wouldn't you say? But anyways.
Help me get this out. Share, share, share. What you're seeing is the sun leaving New Zealand and the sun coming to the UK at the same time live on TikTok. And I'm going to show you how this works. This is Gleason's map. This is New Zealand right here. You see? Australia, Europe, the UK. Pay attention. I'm going to show you how the sun works. This is New Zealand. The UK is over here. This is Mr. Sun, right here. Boop. We have North America, we have South America, Australia, and Africa's over here, and the white ring that goes around us is Antarctica. You see our sun moving? You barely see moon right here. But the sun is on the equator, same with moon, and it's going around our home, east to west, like it's done since the beginning of time. The dark side, the shaded side, represents night. And there's 3 lines right here. You have your summer solstice, you have your equator, and you have your winter solstice. The sun, as it travels around our home, will also come in for the summer solstice and goes back out for the winter solstice, which is why the birds fly south for the winter. The World Health Organization uses it as their logo. This was started in the 1940s. There it is close up with the serpent. Here's the United Nations, also founded in the 1940s. The World Meteorological Organization uses it, also founded in the 1940s. The International Civil Aviation Organization, also founded in the 1940s. And the International Maritime Organization, founded in the 1940s. It's time to wake up. They changed everything at the turn of the 19th century.
Take this bowl here, pour a whole bunch of water on it, and watch none of the water fall off the bottom. It all sticks onto it. And while that's happening, and the water stays stuck. Not only that, you're at 1,000 miles an hour spinning this way, which also at 67,000 miles an hour, 67,000 miles an hour, while spinning 1,000, you're circling around the sun. And while that's happening, you're also chasing the sun through the Milky Way at 514,000 miles an hour. And every single night, the stars are exactly the same. Every single night. Every single night, the stars never change. Polaris is always exactly where it is.
Did you ever think the public would find out that all the spacewalks were filmed underwater? Did you have any comment on that?
Well, we train underwater.
Oh, okay, but only training?
Only training.
Okay.
Most of the public have no idea that the ISS is located in an underwater neutral buoyancy lab in Houston, Texas. The space station footage that they trick us with is not traveling at 17,500 miles per hour above your head. It's all being filmed here on Earth. An exact ISS replica underwater. Coincidence? It's a pretty simple process. Film your footage underwater, remove the water layer, add in your CGI earth layer, and cast your spell.
One, two, three, bubbles in space.